Today, we are diving deep into a huge question in the online business world. Why do so many of us get stuck chasing the next big promise instead of building something that actually lasts? We're going to talk about making the switch from hype to real, solid substance.
Let's get real for a second. Have you ever thought to yourself, man, if I could just find that one big break, that one opportunity, everything would just click? But for some reason, that break never seems to show up.
Well, what if the real problem isn't a lack of opportunity out there, but a lack of clarity right in here? What if it's all about how you see the things that are already right in front of you? That's what we're digging into today, gaining a kind of clarity that can completely change the game for you.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. First, we're going to pull the curtain back on the bonus hype trap. Then, we'll talk about what real value actually looks like. After that, we'll get into the fun stuff, like using creativity as a superpower and even turning the whole hustle into a game. And finally, it all comes down to one single thing: your decision.
All right, first up, let's talk about something I'm pretty sure we've all seen a million times: the never-ending cycle of bonus hype.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? You've seen it. A product that costs maybe $1,000, but it comes with a $600,000 bonus stack. It's designed to overwhelm you, to make you think you're getting the deal of a lifetime. But you have to stop and ask, where did that number even come from?
And this slide just breaks it down perfectly. You've got two paths your brain can take. The emotional path just sees the giant number and goes, wow, what a steal. But the logical path, it takes a step back. It asks the really important question. Okay, hold on. How was this value created? What actual time, real effort, and hard-won knowledge went into this thing? That's when the fog starts to clear.
So if those massive made-up numbers are just smoke and mirrors, then what should we be looking for? We need a totally new definition of value. And honestly, it all boils down to two things that are way more important than money: your time and your clarity.
This right here, this is the heart of it. See, real value isn't just some number somebody slaps on a sales page. It is the result of the grind. It's all the hours of research, the years of expertise, the painful trial and error, all of that, packaged into something tangible that helps someone else move forward faster and with less pain. And this is just a fundamental truth of business, you know? There's no such thing as a free lunch. You can't avoid investing in your growth. You're either going to pay with your money or you're going to pay with something way, way more expensive: your time.
So how do we actually calculate this stuff? Well, think about it like this. If an expert can save you weeks of banging your head against the wall in just one single 60-minute conversation, what is that hour actually worth? We're putting it at $100 an hour. But you're not just buying 60 minutes. You're literally buying back weeks of your life.
And this is how that value starts to stack up into something really substantial. A single document, let's say a strategic plan, can be worth almost $3,000. Why? Because it represents dozens of those $100 hours, all condensed into a blueprint that saves you from all that guesswork. That's real value.
But here's the thing. Seeing this kind of value doesn't just happen automatically. It's a skill. It's a mindset you have to develop. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses that lets you see the world differently. Let me show you what I mean with a super simple example.
Okay, check this out. Person A walks into a store, sees a case of water for $4 and thinks, cool, I'm thirsty. That's it. But person B sees the exact same case of water and immediately sees a $36 asset. They know that if they just sell each bottle individually for $1.50, that's a $32 profit. Then they can take that profit and do it all over again and again. It's the same object, but a totally different way of seeing its hidden value.
So now we get how to spot value. But what if we could create value in a way that literally no one else is doing? This is where we go beyond just spreadsheets and documents. This is where we tap into one of the most powerful forms of leverage there is: creativity.
And that brings us to this idea of edutainment. It's so powerful. Instead of just giving people dry, boring lessons, you wrap that valuable education inside something that's actually entertaining. It makes the lesson stick, it forges a way stronger connection, and man, it really helps you stand out. For instance, think about this: a whole music album built from the ground up to be a business tool. Every single track is designed to teach a business concept through its lyrics. It inspires people, it motivates them, and it acts as a totally unique way to attract people to your world. It's not just music, it's a strategic asset for building a culture. Okay, so we've got real value and we're delivering it in a creative way. That is a massive advantage. But there's one more piece to this puzzle. How do you actually get people to take action on what they're learning day in and day out?
Well, you make it fun. You gamify the whole entire hustle. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if instead of dreading your to-do list, you were excited to log in and play a game where every single move you make teaches you a real skill and actually pushes your business forward?
And the whole experience would be built just for you. Right from the start, you choose your avatar, you pick your experience level, and you set your immediate goal, like maybe just getting your very first sale. This isn't some one-size-fits-all thing. It's a journey designed to get you a specific result.
Now here's where it gets really, really cool. The game itself is super simple, like a card game. If you win the hand, awesome, you earn points and coins. But if you lose the hand, it's not just a loss. The game instantly gives you a real-world marketing task, like writing a killer call to action to complete so you can earn your points back. So yeah, winning is great, but losing is where the real learning and skill building happens.
So we've talked about spotting real value, leveraging creativity, and even turning learning into a game. But honestly, none of that matters, not a single bit of it, without the one thing that has to happen first: your decision. It really all comes down to a crossroads. You can keep getting distracted by the next shiny object with its ridiculous bonus stack. Or you can decide to step into a system that's actually designed to build your skills and your assets for the long haul.
And this, right here, is the biggest takeaway of all. The people who actually win in this game, they're not the ones who are impressed by the hype. They're the ones who develop the skill to see what's real, find the courage to make a clear decision, and then have the discipline to take action on it.
And that's the ultimate shift, isn't it? Because once you can confidently identify real value when you see it, the entire game changes. You stop chasing opportunities because you finally have the tools, the clarity, and the mindset to build your own. Thanks for tuning in.
Freedom ain't the weekend. It's a mindset. It's that moment you realize your time is the real currency. We don't clock out. We cash in on purpose. Welcome to Freedom Friday. Start with vision, Friday end with proof. I ain't build no luck, I built the truth. 17 weeks, no breaks, no flinch. Consistency, my cloth, can't tear an inch. The grind feels sacred when you know your lane. Turn struggle to syllabus, pressure to gain. I used to chase weekends, now I own my days. Design my time, redefine pay. Boss of my rhythm, freedom in sight. Every scroll I wrote got another so right. They talk hustle, but they miss the plan. Work for peace, that's the real demand. From the live to the link to the legacy taught. I ain't sold out, I sold thoughts that bought. Every small trickle now flows like rain. Freedom Friday, I broke those chains.
It's Freedom Friday, we made it through the grind. Oh yeah, time to free your peace of mind. Let go that fear, we rise and strive. Strong all we rise.
I earn my rest cause I earn my grind. Peace ain't cheap when you bought your time. Every no I heard was a lesson taught. Every delay was a seed I bought. From comment credits to crowns of faith. Freedom Friday ain't a date, it's a state. Made discipline sexy, consistency cool. I ain't follow they trend, I rewrote the rule. Hustle, berry, sing the souls back home. While I talk numbers on a microphone. Edutainment the vibe, we built this bridge. Music meet money on the same ridge. Friday ain't weak, it's strong by design. Freedom the fruit of a disciplined mind. Celebrate now, we ain't done by far. We ain't chasing weekends, we chasing stars.
It's Freedom Friday, we made it through the grind. Oh yeah, time to free your peace of mind. Let go that fear, we rise and strive. Strong all week now.
They say the grind don't sleep, I let peace work shift. I ain't burnt out, I refine my gift. Scroll after scroll, turn story to seed. Now faith pay interest on everything I lead. I ain't waiting on Friday to feel alive. Every day now got that freedom vibe. No clock in, no boss tone calling. Self-made CEO of my morning. measure worth by the payday sums. Now I measure peace by how calm I become. From dark weeks to bright ends we grow. Freedom ain't luck, it's what we know. Built my legacy off discipline, say. Now every Friday feels like heaven's pay. Hustle, bear, let and bury, harmonize. Freedom Friday, we monetize the rise.
It's Freedom Friday. We made it through the grind. Oh yeah. Time to free your peace of mind. Strong all week now, watch us fly. It's Freedom Friday. We built this we built this life. We built this life.
Now, that right there might be very exciting, but let me ask you this question. When was the last time that you watched a video and you actually got paid to learn something? Now, in this video right here, I learned that there's some baddies around that you don't want to mess with. But I have another video that you guys can actually watch where you can learn some valuable skills on how to build an online business, and you'll actually get paid for watching that video. If you're interested, comment hustle and I'll send you access to that video. But let's watch a little bit more of this one. Okay, let's go. This week, I get the opportunity to take part in a major launch in a business plan that is designed to help entrepreneurs who are looking for ways to earn money online. Now, me personally, I don't promote the make money online type of aspects of things because for the large majority of people, let's be honest, 95% plus of people online who are trying to earn an income, they never earn a dime. But what I actually do like to promote is the skills that people are able to learn. And however they want to apply those skills, those are the things that I can actually guarantee. Now, if you want to learn how to build your social media platform, then we can show you how to do that. If you want to learn some creative skills that will allow you to create engaging content, fun content that you can use to share with whoever you want, then I can guarantee you that. So those are the things that I like to share with people. But with this particular launch, we're going to have some exciting updates within this amazing opportunity that I happen to be part of. And it's going to allow for certain people to do certain things. So let me know if you're the type of person that's interested in learning new ways of doing things that could possibly lead you to either a fun and exciting new career, or something that can possibly replace your current income, or just something that allows you to be part of a community that you can have fun and engage with. So comment hustle and I'll send you the details so that you can actually take part in this new launch where everybody starts out on an even playing field. They start out from zero. That's the place where most successful people start, at the ground floor level of an amazing new opportunity. So if you're interested, once again, comment hustle, and I'll also throw in an exclusive bonus if you decide that I'm the right person that you want to partner with. See you on the inside.
Hold my breath when I walk away. Walls stay still, but they know my weight. Every step keeps a record of pain.
Okay, let's go.
They showed me the extras before they taught me the craft. Promised me everything, except how to last. Welcome to the bonus bundle graveyard.
Stacks of bonuses, none of them breathe. Hard drive full of dreams I ain't need. Pay for the hype, but the value stayed buried. R.I.P. hoping to.
On January 1st, the world will experience something unlike anything. It is the day the Hustleverse officially makes its debut. Welcome to the Hustleverse will be the first installment of the greatest collection of edutainment music to ever be created for the Hustleverse, and your first opportunity to get access to a movement designed to inspire, motivate, and fuel real hustlers. 2026 Album of the Year has arrived, and this is just the beginning.
I give you food for action, don't choke on the truth. This lesson I prepared was made just for you. Feast up, I'll keep serving till the pot run dry. Got enough cooking to feed the whole country, no lie. Too many flavors, you know, I got what you like. Don't start beefing with me, you won't win this fight. If you come in peace, keep your teeth intact. I got a plan to get this cake, come grab a stack. Life could be sweet, if you listen, you'll see. Food for action on a platter, served fresh by me. I'm serving knowledge on plates, got the recipe down. A blend of hustle and wisdom, that's my sound. I'm feeding the masses, no crumbs, full course. But if you bring nothing to the table, find the door. Stop acting like you got beef, it won't taste right. This flavor's reserved for those ready.
Okay, family, we are live. We are live. And once again, I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Hustlers 10-Minute a Day Challenge. Today is Strong 40, Day 5, and we are right at 19 minutes into today's challenge. Now, today, of course, is Friday, but it's not just any Friday. It's what we call Freedom Friday, right? As represented in that intro song. So let me start peeling back the curtain, right? Now, it's not just Freedom Friday, but it's an even more special day for me, particularly. Now, today, I just told you guys exactly what today is, right? Strong 40, Day 5. So today marks me being consistent, me putting in the work on a daily basis, doing what it is that I set out to do, not even from day one. Because I said this in previous lives, when I first started this journey of doing the Hustlers 10-Minute a Day Challenge live, I never intended on it going more than one day. I never intended on doing more than one live. It wasn't my goal to keep it a continuous thing until after my first live. But for me, I understand I'm a different type of person. Once when I set my mind to something, I make a decision to go all in, stick with it, and see it through until whatever the end looks like. So today marks 200 consistent lives that I've done, primarily in my private group, the the Hustlers Secret Success System, right? Which is part of the Hustleverse. So today marks 200 consecutive, consistent lives, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. EST time. And I decided that today I wanted to actually post the live in my personal group instead of just posting it in my private group, right? And that's because I wanted to make sure that the overall community gets to experience something that more than likely, honestly, they're not going to be able to experience anywhere else. Now, here at the Hustler Secret Success System, inside the Hustleverse, we do things a little bit different. We don't do the cookie cutter online marketing. We combine the elements of what works in online marketing to help us build successful, fun, and creative businesses, but we add a spin. We add what I call soul to it. We add a little bit of that seasoning to something to what's, typically a dry recipe. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try not to be too petty in this live, but I can be a little petty. But I just have to tell you, you know for a fact that there's plenty of things that you could be participating in, plenty of opportunities that you can be joining, plenty of lives that you can be watching. And, when it comes to building an online business, a lot of those experiences are boring. They're dry. They have no seasoning. They have no flavor. And part of my intro, the reason why I have a extended intro as I always do is because I want to show you guys a different side of online marketing. I want to show you what it feels like and what it looks like to work with someone, with a partner, with someone that actually has various skills and not someone that just talks about whatever skills they might have, but someone that actually puts them on display. So we saw a combination of various things. I can write it, I can talk it, I can have AI sing it, I can have AI, present it in a video format, as I often like to refer to one of my favorite business partners, the AI, who actually gave that intro training, right? Which is based off of my personal experiences, based off of my personal conversations with the AI. And it uses my experiences, my skill set, my information, and it conveys it to my audience in a way that maybe I wasn't able to articulate it. Now, the one thing about online marketing, which is something that we talk heavily about inside the Hustleverse, is that there's various people, various personalities, various audience types, people that like to read information, people that can just look at a picture and get enough information from that picture and to make a logical decision. There's people that need to watch a video in order to get a better understanding of what's going on. Some people just like to be entertained, and that form of entertainment allows them to make an informed decision. Overall, in the industry of online marketing, whatever you want to call it, affiliate marketing, network marketing, digital marketing, anything that requires a product, physical or digital, to be moved from one person to another, it requires content, and it requires a variety of content. Some content don't speak to every individual. So your ability to be diverse is what's going to allow you to be a standout in your business, to be able to build a successful business, whereas you can talk to whatever audience that you want to talk to, and you can engage with them in the way that they want to be engaged with. So today's live, I just want to have a little fun. I want to just talk to you guys, and I want to show you and give you more of an example of what happens within the Hustleverse. Seeing as though today marks the 200th live, I didn't have any scripted plan or anything like that. I never script things out. I just let what comes to mind come to mind, and then I deliver on that message each and every time I go live. Now, that right there comes from experience. That comes from starting out on a day one of a challenge like this, the Hustlers 10 Minute a Day Challenge, which started 40 weeks ago, right? But of course, you heard me in the beginning. I said this is strong 40, day 5. Wordplay and etymology is something that I'm big on. So we don't use words like weak. We use words like strong. And I'm no stranger to that. I'm from Strong Island, New York. And since I was a kid, that's been a term that I've heard all my life. So it's something that, resonates with me. It's something that I've grew up with. It's a mindset. It's something that some people have to develop, maybe through experience, maybe through training. So we're going to do a couple of things today in this live. I often tell my community that, I'm not going to keep you too long, but I'm not going to make that guarantee today. Seeing as though this is celebration and I got time. As I look outside, the sun is out, you know, traffic is going by, people are going on their way to whatever destination they have to get to. And we are in the best position. If you're online watching and you're watching live, I want you to put a 1 in the comment section. And if you happen to be watching on a replay, I want you to put a 2 in the comment section. And I want you to also follow along. I want you to take part in this challenge. Now, if you're new to this, let me just explain how this works. So, the Hustlers 10 Minute a Day Challenge, this document right here that lays it all out. This document, I always refer to it as the most valuable document in all of online marketing. And I truly believe that. And as you can see right here, I have the value set at $2,997. That's how I value this information, this challenge, this blueprint. And when I first started 14 strong weeks ago, right? The value was only at $997. But I was undervaluing this document at that time until time started to go by and myself and my community start to experience things outside of the online world and within the online world that kept bringing us back to this document, that kept reinforcing the value of this document. Some people might have went off and watched other trainers and other trainings and webinars, and they learned about the the value of having a structure, having a blueprint. Some people went and they experienced different structures, different success structures, and they weren't able to identify what they were watching. Just like in the beginning training video, my business partner asked a few questions. And, I often take notes, even when it's information that comes from me. Sometimes hearing it from a different perspective allows you to get your own light bulb moments from the information that you yourself took part in or the situation you took part in. Sometimes you can't see exactly what happened in that moment. You have to sit back, reflect, and as they say, hindsight is 2020, right? So I often ask myself questions. And one of the questions that I want to ask you guys is this. What do you consider to be valuable? What do you consider to be worth your time, effort, energy, and money? What are the things that you spend your money on? What are the things that you invest your money into? And also your time, right? Different people have different value systems. And when it comes to online marketing, The difference between the successful and the people that aren't successful is mindset. It's not a specific tool, it's not a specific product or service that you're promoting. It's all about your mindset and how you use that mindset in order to execute the information you have. Now, in the other video, in the intro, I talked about how this week I have the amazing opportunity to participate in a launch of an opportunity that's designed to help beginners, intermediate, and even people that are experts in the industry of online marketing. Is designed to simplify the process, help them achieve their goals a lot easier than it was ever before. There was a new website revealed within our amazing system, which you get access to that amazing system right here, where it says grab your mega link. This right here is what I consider to be the second line in the most valuable document in all of online marketing. So within just the top fold right here, you get massive amount of value. Now to the wrong person with the wrong mindset, they might just say, hey, there's just a title, there's a price with a value, and there's another line, an instruction line. So to the person with the right mindset, they can already, or they should already be able to see a blueprint. They should already be able to understand a successful model when it's being shown to them. And for the right person, that could be enough to start them on a journey towards success. Now, this opportunity, it comes with a lot of, excitement. It comes with a lot of opportunity. It comes with a lot of technological advances, but it doesn't require you to be a technical person. It's designed to help you earn while you learn. And there's no other opportunity on this planet that I've seen so far that allows you the opportunity that this system has to offer. And that's the main feature. But this is what I like to call the icing on top of the cake, right? The icing on top of the cake, or the thing that actually moves any business, the fuel, so to speak, to any engine, is the people that's behind it. Are the people behind the engine, the fuel, are they designed in a way that they can keep moving, that they can keep the machine itself going? You need to ask yourself that before you decide to take action on any business opportunity. One of the sayings that I've learned over a decade ago, probably over 15 years ago, was that success rises and falls on leadership. If you don't have a strong leader, then no matter what you have in your possession, is not going to be a profitable situation for you. So the great thing about the opportunity that I was able to take part in is that it's not a fly by night opportunity. It's not something that actually just started this week. It's something that's been around for at least 5 years. And the owner, the person that I decided to partner with, has shown and proved that he can be consistent week after week, day after day, year after year, and not only become and be consistent, but he can actually look at a situation, evaluate a situation, and move forward from that situation by making advancements that's designed to put people in a better position. And as an online marketer, or better yet, as a businessman or businesswoman, one of the most important things for your success is to be able to identify people that share certain traits and qualities. I look at myself as a professional. I've owned businesses throughout my life. My first business that I ever earned was actually a franchise that I bought back around 2001, 2002. So I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. My mindset has been that of an entrepreneur. Even when I had to work a 9 to 5 job, I understood that a 9 to 5 job, or better yet, the jobs that I had, a lot of them, a 9 to 8 job, it wasn't particularly for my mindset. I wasn't designed to thrive in that particular type of situation. It wasn't a lack of financial, it wasn't a lack of money that made me say, hey, I can't continue to be an employee. It was a lack of personal, development, personal achievement, and just the ability to be the person that I knew I was and that I wanted to be. So, some of you, you're going to have to make a decision in your life that's based off of more than just money, more than just the idea of making money, but sometimes things are based off of principle and principle alone. And principles come in various forms, right? So if you want to be the best in the world at whatever it is that you decide to be the best at, then you're going to do what's necessary in order to achieve that goal. Whether it means investing all of your time, all of your money, losing sleep at night, then you're going to do it. But there's various keys to success on your journey. And a lot of those keys you can actually get access to by just clicking on this one simple link right here. This will give you the foundational skills needed in order to build any type of business, right? Online or offline. And that's for the right person with the right mindset. So a key is only valuable to the right door. Do you have the right door? Is the doors to your mind accessible? You have to ask yourself that. And are you willing to allow that door to be unlocked? So, not to get too deep, right? But I want to just go through our challenge, the Hustlers 10 Minute a Day Challenge, which I started last year on a very special day, on the birthday of what I consider to be the greatest artist to ever live, one of the greatest hip hop artists to ever live, one of the greatest motivators, someone that inspired me all my life. But June 16th, the birthday of Tupac, that was the day that I decided that I was going to start this Hustlers 10 Minute a Day Challenge. And I decided to start the challenge on that day specifically because it was Tupac's birthday, but also because I needed the right motivation in order to get me started. Now, before I did that first live, I hadn't gone live in probably months or years. And it was something that I knew that I needed to do in order to take my business and everything else to the next level, to get on that journey, to continue on the journey towards the success that I wanted, right? So I want to ask you guys this question. How often do you make decisions based off of your own personal wants? Meaning a big one, for example, deciding to go to a job that might not serve you the way you want to be served. It's not paying you enough. It's not giving you enough enjoyment. You dread it every day that you go there. How often do you make the decision to do that based solely on you? Now, I want you to think about this. How often do you make decisions like that based solely off of someone else? Like, hey, if you're married, you look at your spouse and you say, hey, I have somebody that I need to, you know, I need to do this for. You look at your kids and you say, hey, I need to be able to do this to make sure that they have a better life. How often do you make the decisions based on that as compared to yourself? Now, that's that's a big question right there. Well, let's put it in simpler type of example. How often do you decide that, hey, you want to go to the gym and work out or whatever to, get in shape based off of your own personal want or need? I know a lot of people, they wake up and they say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And if they don't have anybody that holds them accountable to that decision, then they'll say to themselves, well, hey, subconsciously or even out loud, nobody knows that I decided to do this. Nobody knows that I said I was going to go to the gym. So if I don't go, I'm not letting anybody down but myself, right? So you skip that day. The next day comes, an excuse comes up, you know, unlike today, the sun is out today, but there's been plenty of days where it's been raining out or it's been snowing. And you look outside and you say, hey, I'm not going to go do this or that because it's raining out. It's snowing out. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to care because that's a decision that I decided to make. But imagine that you made a promise to your wife or your husband or your kids that, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, or I'm going to do this for you. And then the day comes when you're supposed to do that thing. And the first thing that pops up in your mind is the promise that you made to those individuals that you were going to be the responsible one and that you were going to not only just make the decision, but you were going to take action on that decision. That's when it becomes a lot harder for someone to say, hey, I'm not going to do it. Because at that point, they've made promises. And at that point, they have to deal with more than their subconscious mind saying to them after they don't do it, man, you didn't do that. Like, why didn't you go out there and do that? A lot of people walk around, you can see it on their faces that they're having internal battles with themselves. They know that they're supposed to be doing something and they're not doing it, and their mind is, fighting against them. And it shows. It shows in their mood, it shows in their attitude. They're a little bit more snappy. They know that, for example, they supposed to have started that business opportunity and they've been putting it off. And then a friend comes to them and say, hey man, like, you know, I started this new business opportunity, and I'm glad that I did. And that person can't even be excited for them. You can see the look on their face like, oh man, that's cool, man. No, congratulations. They don't have that enthusiasm because they know subconsciously that they were supposed to do the same thing. And their mind is like, bro, that's supposed to be you. You were supposed to do that too. So it makes it harder for them to be, you know, happy for somebody else because they know that they neglected themselves. So, point is being accountable. I decided to do that because I have such admiration and respect for one of my childhood heroes, somebody that I've learned a lot of lessons from simply through the music, through interviews, through understanding his particular mindset and what he actually wanted to achieve himself and what he wanted his community or his people to achieve. And for me, that was a motivation all my life to say, damn, I have to work towards greatness because great people work towards their greatness and they wanted to see me be great. and I can't let them down. Now, whatever it is that inspires you and motivates you to move forward in your life, you have to decide what that is. But some people never come to that understanding until they actually get the right coach, mentor, or get put in the right situation to unlock that particular door. So I want to scroll through the document real quick, right? Because I want to actually share with you the blueprint. So as I start off my lives, say, okay, family, we live, we live. The document starts off similar. Okay, family, welcome to something I've been waiting to drop for a while. So I wrote out the document letting you know exactly how I feel, letting you know that this is going to be a blueprint, a system that's going to be designed to help you move forward. And it's not just going to be lip service. It's not going to be something that just talks to you, that inspires you and motivates you. It's going to be something that gives you literal tools, tools that will help you on your journey, that will make things simpler. Now, the first tool that I actually put in this document was I took my personal time, I put my energy, I put my effort into it. I created my own personal GPT that has a lot of information that I personally sourced, that either I've created a training about, I've put the information together, and I fed it, and I had the conversation with my GPT so that it knows how to talk to my community to help them do what it is that we have to do. So I created that GPT, which that took some time. Now, I want to also remind you of what we were talking about in the beginning training. Value, identifying what's valuable. And in my live the other day, I went a little bit deeper into this, the concept of value and, you know, the bonuses when you're watching all of these webinars, and at the end, the trainer says, hey, we have all of these bonuses and it's valued at blah, 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 blah. And you look and you say, damn, this is valued at $99,000 and all these crazy numbers, and you don't understand why. In my previous live, I explain that. I explain why that occurs and how to identify value. That's in the private group. That's also on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in joining us and learning, you can access my private group by, comment and hustle, and I will let you know exactly how you can be part of our community to be able to get this valuable information. But just to sum it up a little bit, the time that it took for me to put the information together, the time that it took for me to communicate with the GPT, the value that I see in the information I possess. So I often say, hey, a conversation with me and my particular skill sets, if you were to pay me as a coach, that's a minimum $100 an hour that I would charge you to sit with me and talk and work out a plan and give you the value that will help you possibly turn your life around. Kind of like you talked about in that beginning training, right? Gave you the example of the water, of purchasing one bottle of water for $1.50 as compared to purchasing a case of water for, let's say, $4. A lot of people will never come to that mindset switch when they're looking for an opportunity to make money from home or however. They'll never come to that mindset switch until they actually get in the room with a coach or mentor that can help them unlock that particular mindset. And that is valuable. I talked about that in the live. So if you're interested in it, you know what to do, right? But let's say it took me 5 hours, you know, let's say the information came from one of my lives, which right now we're 51 minutes in. And on average, I go live for about an hour. So if you say, hey, I put 5 hours worth of my my information into the GPT. 5 times 100, that's $500 worth of value. Then I took another couple of hours in order to talk to the GPT, help it understand what it is that I need it to know so that it can convey it in the best way to my community. Let's say that took another 2 hours. That's 7 hours in total, right? So that's $700 in value. And I say, hey, I'm going to give you access to my personal GPT absolutely for free when you join this amazing opportunity. It's valued at $700. Now, hopefully, you can understand where the value comes from. And then we have a situation here where a person starts an online business, and one of the things that they have the hardest time doing is not only creating the content, but actually coming up with a response to people once when they start to engage with the comment, with the content. Imagine creating something that's amazing, and then you have 5 people comment, 10 people, and then all of a sudden 20, 30, 100 people comment, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. You get nervous at this point. Well, what's the value in having a document that we have here, which says access the affiliate marketing commentator, a document that has over 500 responses that you can use? And for the right person, they'll look at the responses and they'll say, hey, I might not want to use these exactly the way they are. They might want to take the responses and then plug it into their new personal GPT that they have access to and tell the GPT, hey, can you rewrite these 500 comments in my personal tone? Rewrite them so that it's different, so that it's, you know, specific to me. And then you have something of your own, right? That's where the mindset shifts come in. But then a person, as I just stated, they might have an issue with creating content. So what if you had templates on how to create reels? Various reels that'll help you build your online business. Now, these reels right here are very specific. Therefore, our challenge, which we're going to get to exactly what the challenge entails. And you probably get an idea of what it's about based on, the content, what you see here. But as we scroll down, we get closer to what the challenge really is about. So on a daily basis, the 10-minute a day challenge is based off of helping people communicate with their specific audience and communicate with them in a creative and fun way, in a way that you might not have ever thought was possible. Back in the day, I think everybody wanted to make their own music, whether it was a hip hop, R&B, or whatever type of song. Everybody loved and enjoyed listening to music and always thought to themselves, man, I wish I could sing. I wish I could rap. If I had the opportunity to do this, that, and the third, what would I create? But this challenge, it actually unlocks that door for you. So I give you access right here through this link, this first one right here, to one of my favorite AI tools. This is something that allows me to create music. Kind of like what you heard in the beginning, the Freedom Friday song. Now, I created that song for Fridays to get people excited and motivated for the end of the week, right? So that they can start a strong weekend. Friday, as it says, or freedom ain't the weekend. It's a mindset. That's like one of the first lines in the song, right? We don't clock out. We cash in on purpose. So just because it's Friday and you might be, your Friday for work, you might have the mindset that you're going to just go out and party and, take your mind away from work. That's cool. Take your mind away from the work. But I want you to switch into a different mindset. I want you to switch into more of a business mindset, a mindset that says that Friday doesn't have to be the only freedom day that you receive. And that if you decide to learn necessary skills and you decide that you want to take part in a fun opportunity, then you could possibly make Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day of the week that you want, your freedom day. Something that you actually enjoy, something that you look forward to waking up to. Now, with the challenge, we give you all of the tools. You get access to an amazing system that's pretty simple and straightforward. You get access to my, once again, my personal GPT where you can plug in the various templates. So, for example, you want to create a hip hop song. I got specific templates here. And all you have to do is copy it, paste it into the GPT and say, hey, this is the style. This is the suggested topics. So, whatever topic that you want it to be about, maybe you might be a parent that wants to educate their kids, that want their kids to listen to a more positive and educational style of music. Then you might ask the GPT to write you some lyrics in a song that's based on educating your children in the way that you want them to be educated, providing them with music that uplifts them rather than, depresses them or puts them in a mindset of negativity, right? So as I'm going along, and with that in itself, our most valuable assets, our most valuable things in life, being our children, for example, just having the ability to create something that will influence them in a positive way. What is the value that you put in that? How valuable is that? What's the price tag that you put on being able to raise strong, powerful, positive kids that if you make the right song, maybe teaches them how to count, teaches them their ABCs at a young age, teaches them about history, teaches them about whatever it is that you want them to know about in a fun and exciting way, whether it's a hip hop song, whether it's a soul and R&B song, whether it's a acoustic indie style song, whatever it is that you like, there's somewhat of a template here that you can actually use. And the whole idea is that you can do all of this in less than 10 minutes, 10 minutes a day. And if you do it 5 days a week, every day, like how we go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. EST time, then how long would it take for you to actually create an album? Now, back in the day, the albums used to be a lot longer than what they are now. 16 tracks. Some people created double CDs, 20 something plus songs on it. So if it takes you 4 weeks, four, well, yeah, 4 strong weeks to create 20 tracks that you're going to put on an album that educates your audience about whatever it is that you want them to know about, what's the value in that? What is that worth to you? Being able to have a situation that holds you accountable on a daily basis, which means that all you have to do is show up to the challenge. Listen to me talk, listen to me give you valuable information, right? Kind of like, or unlike, you spending an hour a day of your life watching some garbage, some trash on TV, right? Something that's not going to lead you to any type of success, right? So kind of like that video that I showed in the beginning where it was funny, it was engaging, and I'm always with some of the BS too. So I like to engage in nonsense. So the baddies was doing their thing. They was, doing hurricanranas, they was choke slamming, they was doing all kinds of things, right? That was fun and engaging, but it leads you to a moment of, entertainment, and it leaves you with nothing else after that. But imagine being part of a community that's designed to educate you, provide what we call edutainment, and also allows you to invite your own community there so that they can get the value also, so that they can take part and start to change their mindset so that they can become more positive, inspired, motivated, and essentially the goal is for them to start a profitable business that will lead them to time freedom, more time freedom, and more financial freedom, right? Because, of course, the goal always comes back to making an income, making an income online, but we do it in a way that it's fun, creative, and exciting. Something unlike anywhere else on this planet. So, right now, what I want to do is this. I want to take a moment just to go through the challenge myself so that you can see it in action. So it's 10:03 a.m. EST time, and whenever I do this live, so far we have 100% success rate when it comes to the songs, right? I wanna try to break that. I want to create something that I don't like. I want to create a song that I don't like. That's my goal. I want to create something that I really don't like, and it might be your thing. It might be your style of music, but it might not be mine's. But I think I kind of put a lot of things in here that I can kind of vibe with. Let's do this lo-fi, chill, deep reflections type of music, right? So let me start off by doing this. And we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna scroll up, and we scrolling up past this right here. So matter of fact, instead of just continuously scrolling for you, for the individual that's watching that want to take action, I want you to, as you scrolling up from copying that section, right? I want you to press this button right here so that you can get access to this amazing tool and be able to, be ready, have that sitting up right in the next browser over. And then I want you to scroll up, and then I want you to go past all the helpful information there. And then I want you to click on this one right here, which is going to take you to your personal GPT, which, as it says right here, the Hustler's Secret Success System by Markel Prines, affiliate coach helping users with seven-figure marketing strategies. And I want you to do something simple. Me personally, I have a certain style of music that I like to create. I like having 16 bars in all of my songs. I like three verses. That's how it was back in the day. It seemed like all the songs was three verses, 16 bars. That was the standard. So I'm gonna talk to the GPT. I'm gonna tell it what I want. Now I'm gonna paste in the information. So basically, I wrote, write me a three verse, 16 bars each verse song. Include the title and style based on this. And then I pasted in, those criteria. that template. All right. 3 verse, 16 bars, each verse song. All right. Now, a lot of times I'll get a little bit more detailed than that, depending on what it is that I want to write about. But right here, the topic is already there. Vulnerability, posting without fear, building resonance. Now, when I usually create music, like I said, talk to the GPT. I train it on what it is that I want it to know about. Now, a lot of people they use it as a badge of honor to say that they wrote all their lyrics and everything, right? When it comes to generating AI music. Hey, I wrote all my lyrics, I put that into Suno and this, that, and the third. And then when you hear the music, you're like, okay, I could tell you wrote your own lyrics, man. The lyrics are trash. So a lot of people create songs that they're proud of because they wrote the lyrics, but the lyrics is trash. So what's your point? Me personally, I like to give the chat GPT information. It understands my style, my voice, the way I like to deliver things. And I'm not a music artist. I'm not a professional writer. So I'm not going to pretend to be. If I was writing a song, it would come out a whole lot different. It might be some 4 letter words in there, some 5 letter words. It might be a little bit, you know, it it would be a little bit more for an arena that, you know, outside of this. And that's just me. I'm the type of person, I like hardcore gangster rap. I like, you know, it would come out different. So I say you're you're better off having my AI do it for me. Because if I do it, it's gonna come out a whole nother way. And that's just because, you know, I gotta be me. I know what I would say in a rap song. I know this, that, the third. And, you know, I might not be too positive and motivational and inspirational. I might be able to craft it in that way. But like I said, I like the BS too. So the first things that come to my mind, I think of some wild stuff. But let's just press the button, right? And the great thing about it, once again, is that you have a system here that's designed to create something that's going to give you what you ask for. So I want something that's going to be positive, you know, and that's another thing. People get an opportunity or get access to tools that can do anything, and they decide to use the tools for BS. It's like, I don't need another gun clapping song. I could get that from a real artist, somebody, you know, a real person. They could tell me a story about they street crimes and this, that, and the third. Or R&B artist, a woman can write a song about heartbreak and how she hates her boyfriend and this, that, and the third, whatever it is. Leave that. That's real people can do that. Real people, you know, they go through real situations, and um they tend to stay somewhat in a box. When you think about the music industry, a lot of people write about the same things repetitively. They say in hip hop, sex, money, and drugs, right? But when you have a tool that allows you to do something um, different, then why not use it to the best of its ability? Use it for good, right? Why use something for negativity when you have access to, you know, something amazing? And that's how I look at it. Even though my mindset on certain things might be like, hey, I'm gonna create some BS. I'm not going to I'm not going to allow myself to fall into the trap of having something of value and using it for something that's not valuable. Because once again, I have people to account to, right? I have mentors, I have people that inspire me, that would want me to do the best possible work that I can. And so sometimes I have to resist that natural beast inside of me, right? Some of us or some of you, y'all not such, you know, nice, friendly. people on a regular basis. Some of y'all got attitudes and, different things about yourself that, you wish you could change, but you just know that it's in you. You know that, hey, you're not as peaceful and fun loving and this, that, and the third is, you know, you might want to be. But if you had a representative that can be in place of you, you would want that representative to go out and, dress up. If you're not the type to wear a suit and tie, and you have this person that can represent you, you might tell them, hey, yo, put on a suit and tie, make me look good or whatever. People create AI avatars every single day. And why every avatar got to look good? Why every avatar, every woman avatar got to have a shapely body and stuff like that? Even though, I create them too. So Hustleberry is one of those. She's a very attractive AI avatar. But that's the thing. We always want to put ourselves in the best possible light, right? To make sure that we're represented. So right now, I just did something as simple as I copied, pasted, put the information in. There's a few different options here that you can go through within Suno itself. You can up the weirdness. You can up the style influence. So right now the style influence says 50%. I'm gonna raise it up. Usually I put it at a 75%. I'm not going to use any of the extra tools within it, like the persona. I just want the system to create the song based off of the simple copy and pasted prompt, right? And this one says intimate male voice. Okay, so you got the option there, vocal gender, male or female. So you're going to click on male just to make sure that the system sticks to the script. And we just going to create a song. So I know I talked through a lot of this process and it took a little bit more time due to that, right? But if you were to just go straight through the process, you would be able to create a song in less than 10 minutes with that simple copy and paste structure. Now the system does its thing, and look how fast it generates. So imagine being a artist or someone that has no technical skill and you saying, hey, I'm going to make a song. You have to write all your lyrics. You take all your time. You take hours. Some people might take days in order to write a good song. And then you got to go to the studio, pay for studio time. You got to pay for this, that, and the third. You got to, do all this stuff. And now you have access to something that gets it done in less than 10 minutes. So it's just about done. Even though it's spinning, right? I can still press play right now and it will play the song. And if it needs to be, extended out, it'll still be processing and it'll make sure that the song is completed. But for right now, I'm gonna just be quiet and I'm going to press the play button so that you guys can hear what it is. And like I said, I want this one, I want it to be a song that I don't like. I want it to come out in a way that I don't like it too, because I've been batting 100% and nothing's ever perfect. So I don't want you guys to think that your journey is always going to be perfect, that you're going to get things right on the first time around every single time. Because life doesn't work like that. And your online business specifically is not going to work like that, right? So let's press play. Hear what we got. You hear the vinyl crack in it? So that was part of the prompt, right? It says vinyl crack. Vinyl crack.
Yeah. Mind running laps like it's stuck in a race. Every thought got a mirror, every mirror got a face. I be questioning moves before I even make steps. Worry about opinions from people I never met. Scrolling through the noise, see perfection on display. But I know behind the filters they just hide in the gray. Still I hesitate to post like my truth ain't enough. Like my silence feels safer than exposing the rough. I got a message but my mind hit delete. Second guessing every rhythm, every word, every beat. fear whisper loud when you try to be seen. Like what if they judge what you say in between? So I play it low, keep my soul in disguise, but the realest parts of me be the ones I deny. Yeah, overthinking got me locked in a cage, trying to quiet my voice, but it still finds a way. Even quiet voices move waves. Even soft words echo for days. You don't gotta scream to be brave. Even quiet voices move waves. Listen, yeah, it ain't about perfection, it's about connection. We out here waiting for the perfect frame. Perfect light and perfect time and perfect name. But real don't come polished, it come present. Messy moments carry truth, that's the essence. You ever notice how the real ones feel close? Not cause they flawless, but they share what they don't. Talk about the nights, the doubts, the falls, not just highlight reels or applause. That late night thought you almost didn't share, that's the one somebody needed out there. No edit, no scripts, just you in the moment. Authenticity louder than any component. So don't wait till it's perfect to speak. Your imperfections might be what makes them feel seen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even quiet voices move waves. Even soft words echo for days. Yeah, yeah. You don't gotta scream to be brave. Even quiet voices move waves. You don't need a spotlight to shine your light. Just be real and your truth. Let it breathe, let it write. Every post, every word, every drop of your soul. Building bridges to hearts that you'll never control. You ain't gotta go viral just to make a change. Sometimes one life touched is a powerful thing. So don't measure your worth by the noise you create. It's the depth of your truth that resonates. Stay grounded in you, let your story unfold. Every scar got a lesson, every lesson is gold. And the ones who relate, they gon' find you in time. Cause real always recognize real in the rhyme. So speak even if your voice feels small. Cause quiet waves still shake it off. You don't need to be loud, just be real, that's all. Even quiet voices move waves. Even soft words echo for days. You don't gotta scream to be brave. Even quiet voices move away.
Now I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna play version 2, but I'm gonna say this. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't get what I wanted. I actually got a song that I like. I like that. That joint right there was all right. That joint right there was all right. And I'm sitting here listening to it, vibing out to the lyrics, the inspiration, the positive vibes of it. And I'm thinking, how many parents, how many adults with kids, how they would be able to listen to this type of music, lo-fi chill music, riding on a family trip. It's getting hot out. Imagine going on that vacation, on that trip, and maybe you created this song and you got a whole album of songs like this that can, you know, be positive, that could be some lo-fi chill vibes for that family on their ride. And they don't have to worry about bad lyrics or anything like that. The kids is in the back vibing to it. How valuable is that? So I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I was trying to create something that I didn't like, and it didn't work. Once again, Suno did its job, and it created something that I like, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It wasn't supposed to do that. But imagine that. Imagine having something that actually does the job. It creates something that you wanted to do. It's not a promise, it's not a hope, it's not a wish, it's not someone telling you, oh, you're going to make this amount of money, you're going to be rich, you're going to do this, that, and the third. It's somebody telling you that you'll be able to copy and paste some information. It's going to go into a system and it's going to create a result that's damn near guaranteed. So I'm still at 100%. Every time I've done this live, it's created a song that I liked. So that's been good. So, you know something? I was thinking about this and I said I didn't know if I was going to take it this step farther, but since this is strong 40, day 5, this is the 200th live consistently. I want to take it a step farther. I want to introduce you guys to something that I'm very excited to introduce you to because it's something that I use on a daily basis. If you look at my content on a daily basis, you see I use AI on a daily basis. I create AI generated music. I create content for posts. So we got the written content, picture, video, music. I even have a blog. All anything that you want to do, we can do it. But now I want to show you something that allows me to do, the music video aspect. So I want to do this. I'm gonna click on, I got my favorite AI tool up, one of my 2 or 3 AI favorite tools, which happen to be made by the same company, right? And I'm going to click on this one specific section. So you can see right here, there's so many different sections here. And in each section, there's so many different options. But I wanted to go to this specific section, the AI design agent section. And I want to go all the way over here to where it says music storyboard. Now, this right here is a powerful section because I'm into content creation. I'm into being creative. And one of the things that I love is that in this amazing opportunity that I have to share with you guys and the amazing life that I get to live, it allows me to create for a living and be able to make money at the same time by sharing the opportunity to do the same. Now, I told you about the foundational skills, right? That's listed in the most valuable document, how you can get access to the foundational skills. Now, creating content is one thing, right? But being able to get that content exposed to people, that's one of the hardest things. You need to learn how to attract an audience. So that's what the system itself that we're part of allows us to do. It teaches us the necessary skills so that we can get a lot of eyes on our content, right? So this is what I'm doing right now. I downloaded the song as you already saw, and I'm just going to drag and drop the song file right there. So the song that we just created, Quiet Waves, I'm dragging and dropped it right here into this amazing tool, into the music storyboard section. And now it's going to ask for me to put in some information, a storyboard style. So I'm not a movie, I'm not a movie uh, director. I'm not a music video director. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go back to our GPT, right? And I'm going to say, hey, write a storyboard for this song. Make sure that it is 150 characters or less, right? Because why 150 characters or less? Because that's what the requirement is for, creating in that section, right? Okay, the characters should be a black male with a black female love interest. Okay, simple. That was fast. I was sitting here waiting, thinking, okay, you can write a little bit more. But that might be right at that 150 characters, right? So let's see. Okay, perfection, peace. So that went a little bit over, right? One thing about GPT or the AIs themselves, they don't understand fully when you say 150 characters. They don't take into account, I guess, like the spaces in between, the periods and stuff like that. Okay, he posts honestly, bonds with the black female, quiet love grows, realness over perfection. Okay, I'm gonna take out this right here, flashes of judgment, because I wanna be able to add a element of what the style should look like, right? Um, uh, I want to say futuristic, uh, interplanet. Wanted to put interplanetary, right? But I don't have enough characters, right? Let me take off the period there. Let me take out that space right there. Let me take that out right there. And then we should have uh, enough space, right? Enter. Okay. So we right at 149 characters, right? All right, so that should do it. And hopefully this gives an overall good vibe to what we are, you know, what we're trying to achieve. As you can see that the AI is doing this thing. It's going through its phases. And this is one of the most amazing things about this. I love this tool. It's my favorite, one of my favorite tools, right? Because that one simple action, right? We we made our song, we downloaded it, we drag and drop, we went to the GPT, we asked it, to do this, that, and the third for us, and it gave us another little simple prompt, right? To help us with our storyboard. And then look what it does. That one prompt generated, we got four across, right? One, two, three, four. So let's count. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 spaces down. So that's 66, right? 14 down. Oh, 56, right? So 56. 57, 58, 59. So 59 pictures, right? Did I do my math right? Did I do my math right, right? 59 pictures is processing right now to create the storyboard for this possible music video. So it says processing. Now I know all of the pictures aren't processed right, but I'm gonna hit that refresh. And what do you know? All of the pictures are pretty much done, right? So we say one prompt and only got one left. Quiet love grows. You can see that. So you got a picture with text in it. They out in space in this one right here. Look like they in the spaceship there. They in the spaceship there. They, you know, various scenes of spaceship. They're packing, they're doing things. He looked like he's in a contemplative state. He's walking down the street. He's in a contemplative state right here. Look like she's excited. Maybe she's thinking about him. Looking at the scenes here, you know. Let me click on this one. This is scene 56, right? So as you can see, they're in order. So it puts it in order from beginning to the end of the video. So you don't even really have to decide like, okay, how do I want to structure this music video? You start from here. The song starts. He's in a contemplative state, looking at his desktop. He's looking at things, you know, visuals, and look, consistent character throughout each frame. Love interest, consistent character. Now you could take it a step farther. We go to my other favorite tool, made by the same company, right? Made by the same company. We go to that particular tool, which is called Video Express AI. Let me refresh the page, right? Since these tools are made by the same company, easy importation. I click the import media section, and you know I'm our first tool called Artistly. So it says right here, import from Artistly. Now I can start clicking on all of these. Start importing all of the pictures. Right, right. Remember we had like 59 pictures, right? We start importing. Click. All right, hit that import button. Please wait. So give it a second for it to do its thing, right? And while it's doing its thing, I want to just talk to you guys about those two tools. Those two tools, Video Express and Artistly, they're my favorite tools because there's no monthly fees on it. I made one lifetime investment into them, and it gives me unlimited access. So there's no credit system or anything like that. So I don't have to worry about, hey, they gave me 1,000,000 credits, but it takes 20,000 credits just to generate a 4-second video. So by the end of the day, my credits is done, right? Imagine that. I just generated 59 pictures. So if I wanted to generate 59 videos with any of the AI tool, how many credits would I actually need in order to, make that happen? How much monthly billing would I have to, pay in order to make those videos? Most of these tools might allow you to generate what, let's say 20 videos at the most or something like that, maybe with the credit system. And then you wait till the next month and, you know, it allows you to do some more, or you can buy more credits. So with the credit system, it allows you to do it, but it's kind of like it's one of those money grab type situations, right? So I imported the pictures already. Now I want to go to this section right here called Create with AI and look at all these options here. In painting, out painting, replace background, AI face swap, human talking video. So if you want them to actually be singing, doing everything like that, you can make the character sing. He's singing along to his music. Consistent character, stylized character, text to video, image to video, create video from prompt. But we want this right here, image to video. So now we have our pictures up. We hit that button. Got all of these sections that we can choose from. We go to our artistly, where the artistly pictures are that we just uploaded. And we just gonna do our thing. We gonna create some videos. And the one thing that I love is, once again, the unlimited quality of it and the fact that AI isn't perfect. AI makes mistakes. And your favorite AI tool, it makes mistakes. So don't get it twisted. If this makes mistakes, your favorite AI video creator makes mistakes also. So expect it. But the one thing about it is, when those other tools, when you make a mistake, when it doesn't come out right, you know, they still took your credits. So this one right here, it has the video action prompt right here. So it already interpreted what the picture looks like, right? What it was, what's going on in the picture. Black man with dark brown skin, neatly trimmed afro. He has dark, expressive eyes. He wears simple, comfortable clothing. Now, this right here is the description, basically, of the picture itself. But I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not even going to go into prompting for the purposes of, directing him, say, hey, have him jump out the window or anything like that. I'm not going to do any of that. We're going to keep it simple. I'm just going to hit this one button right here that says Video Length Booster. Now, without pressing this button, this amazing tool will allow you to generate 4-second videos. But when you press this button, it extends it. It boosts the video length to 8 seconds. And now I'm just going to press that create button. I pressed it once. So it says your media will appear in your media library under the My Media tab when it's ready. Now, since I know that sometimes AI makes mistakes, I'm going to press it again. I'm not worried. Press it a second time. Now, since I'm not worried and my tool is, unlimited, I'm gonna press it a third time. So imagine your favorite tool, you done press the button 3 times, you done used up how many credits so far? And you like, man, hoping for the best. Please let it work. Please let it work. Then now that's processing, right? I'm gonna move on to picture number 2, right? And then we're gonna just stop at these 2 right here. So got him sitting there. He's looking at, you know, a holographic, futuristic type of picture of himself. And we have the example here. The prompt is listed right there, right? Overthinking alone, futuristic, interplanetary. The subject stares at a projected image of his own face, distorted and fragmented, reflecting his internal struggle. All right. So what it did was it recognized the song. It understood the vibe of the song, right? It understood what was going on in the song, and it used the vibe of the song to help also interpret the pictures and everything like that. So for this one right here, we're going to click create. I'm going to click create again. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait just for a little, couple more seconds. I'm only going to do 2 generations on this because we don't want to like spam the system. The one thing about it is it's unlimited, but you're not don't don't take advantage of things. And that's the problem with a lot of people. People want to take advantage. So there are some guardrails, whereas, if I press it one more time, we got 6 generations going. If you press it too many times, it will say, hey, slow down. Let us finish processing the current videos so that, those get done. So generation of your AI video has been successfully completed. And now that it's been successfully completed, it's blinking right there. More and more of them are completing. We're going to go up to the My Media section, and you can see all of these options. And the video completions are right there in the My AI video section. So we still have 3 videos that's generating. So let's start out right here. I know with all the other tools, people like, hey, I'm hoping for the best. Please let it come out good. Please let it. All right. So he's typing on a keyboard. Must be in that spaceship. He's flying, right? That came out pretty good. First try. Came out good. Let's go to the second one. This one, the spaceship isn't moving, but the camera is doing a little panning. He's still typing. He's looking at the screen. He's in contemplation mode. So depending, you might use both of those scenes. Hey, the first scene is him just sitting there stagnant as the intro of the song comes on. Then you flip to another scene, and then you flip back to this scene again, but you use the first one, where now the ship is moving. Let's see what the third one look like. All right. He turned a little bit. Okay, now he typing with both hands. It looked like he found something. All right, that's interesting. That right there looks like okay, he stumbled upon something. Maybe he just stumbled upon the location of the planet where he's going to find his love interest. Come on, let's have some fun. Let's think about that. Let's think about what's going on. What is behind the music video itself now? What's you know? So we've looked at those. We have 2 more videos that's just finishing. The third one, or I should say the 6th one, is at 60%. All right, it's done. It jumped from 60 to 100. It's done. Now let me click on this one. All right, he's sitting there. He's looking at himself. It wasn't a lot of movement there. Hand on his head. He's looking. As you can see, 8 seconds long. We move over to this one. And mind you, we didn't write anything in the video prompt section. Okay. Now the holographic is talking, is saying some stuff. We didn't direct it. We didn't tell it what to do, but it's making its own interpretation of what it might be about. So you can take your own time to write whatever it is that you want to make it do what it is that you want it to do. And look at that third one. It was a little bit more interaction between the two, the main person and his hologram. All right. Now, so you have six frames. Now you say, okay, let's get it. So you remember this one was more, the video was moving. Now, unlike on your other AI tools, they don't have a video editor. So now let's change this to a 16 by 9 because it's a 16 by 9 video, right? So I'm gonna change that to that. Then we want to change, we want to go to this scene. I know we going a little out of order. This might not be like a good type of scenery transition. It might be another picture, that you might want to use. But now you can actually create your music video right there on the timeline. So now we got 30 seconds worth of music, of a video on there. And this song right here, Quiet Waves, is, let's see, it's 3 minutes 58 seconds long. So let's say that's 240 seconds, right? So we look at 240 seconds, 8-second videos each. You can do that in under 30 videos, right? So we got 59 videos to choose from. So we don't even have to use all the videos. It's been cases where I haven't used all the videos, but there's been some cases where we use a little bit more because let's say we press play. And since they say people have such short attention spans, they need to see things moving and changing and, within 3, 4 seconds, they might say, hey, this is not moving fast enough because, some people, they just need things to be flashing. They want to get that epilepsy type situation going, right? So if we say, hey, we let's move this along a little bit. Let's speed it up. So we go to our section right here that says filter, and we can change the speed of the video. So right now it's at 100%. We're going to boost it up to 200%. So originally it's 8 seconds long. So at 200%, it would be at 4 seconds long, right? So now we just dealing with common sense. We dealing with common sense and logic, and we learning how to do various things, right? So let me see. Change the speed of that one. Change that to 200%. Change the speed of that one. Change it to 200%. Change the speed of that one. Change it to 200%. Move it on the timeline. Now that we have it on the timeline, now we go back. Things will be moving a little bit faster. See, he's typing faster. Ship is flying faster. All right, so we got it going. And it's all up to you how you want to create your video, how you want to make it go. You might say, hey, it's a little too fast. I want him to slow down with the typing. Okay. Go back into, you know, adjusting the speed, maybe put it at 150. So that would make the video like what, 6 seconds long. And you say, hey, well, still, I need that 3 second clip. All right, just clip it, cut it, go to another scene. Become a real professional. Learn how to actually do something. Edit videos. Have fun. Things that other people don't have access to and not willing to take the time to learn how to do. You be the person that's willing to learn those things so that you can provide a service to other people that maybe don't have the time or are not willing to actually do. So, do you know a music artist or somebody that might want a creative video created for them? What's the value in that for them? What is the value? Now, you created the music for, the family on a road trip. How about, the videos for the kids sitting in the back? They're listening to the music, but now you want them to really be honed in. You want to create a animated style music video for the songs so that the kids they're quiet in the back seat as they're watching on their tablets or whatever. What's the value in these type of things? And that's just one type of suggestion. But creative thinking and being surrounded by a creative community is the only thing that will help unlock those types of doors. So I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer, right? It's 10:52 a.m. EST time, and I just wanted to thank you guys for the people that showed up, that's watching live. I want to thank you for showing up for this this accomplishment of mine, this 200th live that I've been able to do consistently for my community, and I want to be able to continue to show up for you also. Now, if you feel as though I'm the right person to partner with, I want to give you access to this specific document right here so that you can get access to the Hustlers 10-minute a day challenge, so that you can join my private community, so that you can grab your mega link and get access to the foundational skill sets that we haven't talked about it in this live, but there's other information that I have to share with you. I can't give it all to you right away, right here, because we would be here forever. There's so much value. There's so much value. And it's ever growing. I need to change this number. I need to change this two to maybe a three, making it $3,997 value, because hopefully we've given the light bulb moments to enough people so that they can see what their future could possibly look like and the value that they could bring to their families or families around them. We haven't talked about all of the things that my favorite tools can actually do. We talked about one aspect, which is applied to our one simple challenge. But if you can do one thing, then you can open the door or create a door to something else. And this right here actually allows you to partner with me so that we can start introducing your audience to a way of having fun, being able to link with our community, and making it financially beneficial to you. See, now when you access this foundational skill here for just $7, one-time investment, it'll teach you those foundational skills, but it also will give you your own personal link that you can share with other people so that they could come in and join in what we have going on. And every time they join in and they decide to click the link also, your link, you'll get 100% commission. So you'll get paid back your $7. And if they decide that they want to build a successful large business, we have other products and services within this magic link right here, that if they decide to upgrade and that they want to take advantage of all the additional tools we have, then you will be compensated that way also, just by providing the key that helps them unlock the doors to their mind. So what's the value in that? Do you find value in valuable things, or do you still want to live life the way it is? Maybe you enjoy life the way it is, or maybe you just want to make up an excuse and say, "Hey, I'm good. I'm good with what I got." Or maybe you finally come to the conclusion that you want a life that's a little bit different than what you have now, and you want something that's worth a whole lot more. Not only the aspect of being able to create a income stream, but just the satisfaction of doing something that you actually enjoy. And is it worth a $7 investment in getting started and learning? Are you willing to get started with the challenge and then, hey, all the other tools that we have available, I'll share that with you later. But we not about, just saying, hey, buy this, buy that, do this, buy that, spend money here and there. No, you have to be educated and you have to make the right decisions for yourself, just like I wanted people to tell me when I first got started. See, I was in different opportunities where people told me buy this big package and things like that, and you're gonna make all this money, and I invested all my money, and it didn't yield the financial results that I thought it would. So I ended up spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on products and services, all those bundles, and got into that bonus bundle graveyard, things that I never ended up using because they were of no value to me. They didn't allow me to create an unlimited amount of AI generated pictures or music videos, things that I could actually use. It was things that they told me, hey, this will allow you to make money from home, but man, but it's boring. Like, who am I going to share this with? Who do I actually present this to that's going to find this information or this valuable also? Now, there's people that find value in all different types of things, so don't get it confused. There's people that spend or waste money on things every single day that they really don't have an interest in, that they really are going to pick up for 1 day, 2 days, and they're going to get frustrated and they're going to say, hey, either I want a refund back or, something, hey, it was just a loss. And the only person that really benefits is the person that sold it. Yeah, they sold you something that you can't use, that you never had an interest in, and they all right with it. But me personally, I want to create an environment that's different. I want to create a success environment where the people involved, they're going to find a form of success simply by partnering with me and being able to get access to things that they are going to enjoy. That's my thing. That's what I'm petty about. I've been bored to death in certain and different opportunities where I'm sitting there like, if I gotta listen to this one more thing, one more time, if I gotta sit through this mundane stuff over and over and over again, then I'm gonna lose my mind. And me trying to learn and trying to become successful in it, I'm seeing it. I have the mindset of knowing like, damn, I know this works, but my audience, my audience is people that, wouldn't really particularly like that. Like they wouldn't enjoy sitting for hours and just being bored to death. My people want to do something exciting. My people want to be a part of a movement that gets them up and going, that, got some soul to it. And you know something, before I close out, I want to tell you once again, if you join the private group, you'll get access to all of my lives that's still up, right? And I want to also be able to give you a little bit more incentive. I want to give you another a bonus, but something that you can actually use, right? So within our amazing system that just launched this week that I'm so happy to be part of, I'm gonna click on my back office here. So with this opportunity, you actually get access to my bonuses. So I'm gonna go to my bonus vault and I want to give you access to my particular bonus. And I clicked on the wrong section. I clicked on our community section. And click on affiliate. So in my bonuses, so once when you decide to join us, you get access to what I call the Hustleverse Edutainment Bundle, which since we talking about music, I done created some albums. So this right here, the Hustleverse Edutainment Bundle, is more than beats and bars. It's a mirror and a map for every hustler grinding in silence. 2025 Album of the Year from Hustleberry, which is called Hustle Tears and Analytics. And that should have been 2026 Album of the Year. The Hustle Bear and Berry Welcome to the Hustleverse album, which is the album of the year for this year, right? So raw lyrics that speak to your real doubts and ambitions, strategic gems hidden inside the verses, motivation that doesn't hype you up, it builds you up. If you're done chasing shortcuts and ready to sharpen your sword, click that play button and let's go. Plus, another exclusive bonus within that bonus, how I personally turned $7 investment into over $225 with a secret method. So that exclusive training I provide you. Plus, I give you my exclusive affiliate marketing 10-point checklist. So, a checklist of what you need to be doing in order to build your business. But the main thing is that you get started and that you join my particular community and join our overall community so that you're not just learning from me, because there's things that I can teach you and there's things that other people can teach you. And for that small investment, you'll be able to share all of these things with your community. So, with that, comment hustle. I'll send you the direct link so that you can get access to the bonuses. And right now, we're gonna close out on a strong note. I want to play a couple of music videos for you guys so that you can, get even more of an idea of what this hustle verse thing is all about. The personal aspect that I bring to the table. I'm not talking about what's within this system that's has some things brought to you by my amazing business partner, Mr. Wayne Crow, that created this overall system that we just launched. We just updated and launched yesterday. So we're 24 hours in, and I'm ready to make a major splash within the industry because we have something that's built for longevity and that's going to help you in the long run, right? So I want to start out by playing a video that's by one of our heroes, what we call one of our heroes, Miss Hustleberry, right? And the one thing about this is when I thought about it, the concept of it, it was, based off some real life stuff. Like people, you do things in life and you expect people to love what you're doing, and they don't. They don't show any appreciation as to what you have going on. They don't want to clap, so to speak. They don't want to clap for you. They don't want to, show support. They want to do everything but that, right? So this particular song, I've created so much content that I got to scroll and scroll. I'm searching for it, make sure that I find it in the right that I put it in the right file. But people will, purposely not want to clap for you. And a lot of times it might be because simply they they didn't make the initiative, they didn't take the steps to, you know, take action themselves. They didn't do what was necessary in order to make their life great and exciting. But whose fault is that? Is their fault. It is their fault. And, you know, they can't blame you for that. They can only blame themselves. And for those people, you know, sometimes they come aboard later on in life, or they say, "Hey, well, you told me so." And other times, they may never come along. Let's see. Man, I've created a few different music videos with the help of our amazing I know where it's at. Looking in the wrong file. With the help of our amazing software tool my favorite tool, which is Artistly and Video Express. So I found a video. So Hustleberry, they ain't clapping till you quit video. I'm gonna start it off with this one. And then I am going to share with you 2 more additional videos after that, right? So we want to make sure that we go out with a bang on this one. So I'm gonna fade to the back, and I'll probably come back to introduce the next song. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, created with 2 of my favorite tools, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Ladies, we are gathered here because the hustleverse is under attack. It's going to take all of us to win this battle, and we won't stop until we win.
They don't cheer for the climb. They wait for the fall. But if you pause too long, they call it a failure. Funny how the silence gets loud when you leave the room. They ain't clapping when you up late writing. They scrolling past when your screen's still brighten. The middle of the night, dream tighten. Bill stacking, peace fighting. You post a plan, get 1 like in the side, but miss one day, they asking why. They ain't commenting on your wins or the work, but they screenshot the slip, watch you hurt. They show love when it's safe and clean, but where was the clap when you chased that dream? Wasn't no shares when your views were 5, but they whisper loud when you don't survive. They buy shirts from stars they never met, but ghost your drop cause you still in debt. If applause is proof, then truth is sick. They only clap when you call it quits. They ain't clapping till you quit. Now they silent in the grid. Show up daily, they don't see it. Miss a beat, they throw a fit. When it's hard, they watch you drown, but when you stop, they come around. She could have been big, they'll say, but where were they yesterday? They ain't clapping till you quit, but I ain't built to split. They want success with a filter on pain. Only post your gains, not your growing stains. When you cry on live, they keep it moving. But if you shut it down, that's when you human. Girl, I believed in you. They say too late, but belief don't bake bread, don't pay rates. They ain't checking in when the leads ain't warm, but they screenshot failure like it's art form. Truth is, silence louder than slander, and fake love show up like a backhanded answer. So I write these bars for the ones unseen, who grind in the dark, not chasing a screen. We clap for ourselves, cause they might never, but self-made queens, we fold never. Next time they say, you change, just grin. That's what happens when you learn who ain't clapping within. They ain't clap till you quit. Now they silent in the grid. Show up daily, they don't see it. Miss a beat, they throw a fit. When it's hard, they watch you drown, but when you stop, they come around. She could have been big, they'll say, but where were they yesterday? They ain't clapping till you quit, but I ain't built No spotlight, no wow, no viral trick. Had to block friends who never checked in but popped up with, I always knew you'd win. Where was that faith when I drowned in doubt? When I cried in the booth trying to figure it out? When the invoices bounced and the cart was dry? You didn't clap then, so don't clap now. Why lie? I ain't bitter, just built from lessons. I learned who's real in private sessions. So if you see me pause, don't assume I'm done. It's a deep breath before the next run. Cause this time, I ain't looking for noise. I'm moving for me, not for likes or toys. Clap or don't, I won't forfeit. Cause legacy don't die when folks don't support it. They ain't clapping till you quit, now they silent in the grid. Show up daily, they don't see it. Miss a beat, they throw a fit. When it's hard, they watch you drop, but when you stop, they come around. She could have been big, they'll say. Where were they yesterday? They ain't clapping till you quit. And I ain't built to split.
What? You never been to New York before? Okay, family. So I hope you guys enjoyed that music video right there from one of our heroes, Miss Hustle Berry. That right there, that's the type of music that I'm talking about. That's that music that give you that feeling. That's that music that has a soul to it. That's that, that type of what we call edutainment. That's the type of music that make me feel a little petty, like, make me want to get on here and start talking ish, telling you about how I'm the best in the world at what I do, and I believe that. There's not too many people that can compete with me on a lot of levels. That's the type of song right there that inspires and motivates you to, start feeling like, you somebody. And whether people clap or not, that's on them. But if you ain't clap for that song right there, then you was a, let me not use that four letter word, but use a hater. Use a hater. So there's no way. But that's the type of vibe we on here in the hustle verse. We give people that feeling. And that right there was from the album of the year for 2025. That was that Hustleberry, Hustle Tears and Analytics featured song off of that album. So I didn't come to play with this. I didn't come to play games with this industry, this affiliate marketing thing. I didn't come to play games with this AI content creation stuff. No, that's not what I do. I take everything that I do 100% seriously, and I only want to partner with people that also want to take life and take things seriously, and I want to build a community of like-minded people. Now, you might not be like-minded. Maybe you don't have a soul. I don't want to point out anybody in particular, but if you're the type of person that don't have a soul, then it's not going to vibe with you. You're not going to feel the same way I feel about certain things. And that's cool. because that means that you need to find whatever resonates with you. You need to find the community, the partnerships, the business partners, and whatever else you need in order to feel comfortable, in order to make the rest of your life the best of your life. Like, we all pick our own friends group and things like that. So you get to decide who you want to, partner with, who you want to do this, that, and the third with. And it might not be me. It might be somebody else. It might be somebody else that you feel is better suited to deliver the goods. You might like people that just want to hype you up, that want to just sell you false promises and dreams. Or you might want to, link with someone like me who actually, puts in the work and, show and prove, and, you can actually see what it is that I do. So that's that's on you. Everybody gets a choice. Everybody gets a choice in life. So right now I'm scrolling through my files, right? Because now I wanna share with you another music video, and we're gonna take it to, one of our other heroes. We're gonna take it to Hustle Bear. So Hustle Bear and Hustleberry, that's my two avatar characters, right? So they are a husband and wife duo. So they work together, they build together, and they make the hustle verse what it is. They give you the aspects of edutainment in the form of, music. So right now I'm looking for, I don't even know what video I want to play right now. Hustle Bear has a few videos. Hmm. I'm thinking that Mindset to Win video would be a good video for right now. So Mindset to Win. Let's see. Let's see. Let's pull up Mindset to Win. And since it's saved to the cloud, might take a second for it to download. But once when you know that you are who you are, right? Then you have to also have the mindset to win in order to make your reality a reality. You want to change that you want to change the thoughts in your mind into something physical and tangible. You want to take action on it. You want to start out by being that person in the physical, the same person that you see in your mind. So I found the Mindset to Win video, and let's see this. I'm going to play this Hustle Bear promo first, right? So that you can hear a little bit from Hustle Bear.
They told you to niche down, to post more, to just show up and be valuable. But what if the reason you're not gaining traction is because you're following tactics without trust? Most marketers are chasing visibility, but the real leverage? It's trust. And I just dropped a raw breakdown on how to build it, even if you don't feel creative or qualified. This isn't theory. It's how I show up daily with purpose, and how I teach others to do the same. Drop Hustle to unlock the new Training Plus bundle. This is how beginners become trusted voices in their niche.
All right, so you heard a little bit from Hustle Bear, and now I'm loading up the Mindset to Win video. It's one of my earlier videos. Um, Probably made it sometime last year, but this is when I kind of, I started getting into this whole music creation and creating videos, and really started to enjoy, this overall journey, being able to be creative and have fun. Um, a lot of people want to do faceless content, and me personally, I wanted to do it too. I didn't want to get on camera and all that stuff, even though for years I've done videos and been on camera, but I wanted to, fall back a little bit. But now I do a mix of everything. I do a mix of everything because I understand that if you really gonna do this, you can't be afraid to show your face. I'm not out here trying to date nobody. I'm not out here trying to do none of that crazy stuff. So I'm here for business. So if you're here for business, then it shouldn't matter what you look like and all this kind of crazy stuff that people worry about. If your family and friends, they want to laugh and joke about whatever it is that you do, then they can, they can kick rocks, because you have to do what you have to do. And if it's making you happy, then that's what you should do. And now here we go. We have this video popping up. I'm gonna fade to the back once again.
Woke up hungry for progress, vision clear in mind. No more drifting in the drift. Today I leave doubt behind. Map my goals on paper, then chase them step by step. Learn that small disciplines build mountains from a prep. When I slipped, I recalibrated, turned stumbles to resolve. Each setback is a question that I'm ready to solve. I sharpen focus daily, no distractions in my way. Momentum is a muscle, train with each new play. I replaced maybe someday with right here, right now. Stakes elevated, time to show them exactly how. I rise before the sunlight, grind into the night. Every action powered purpose, keeping goals in sight. The world moves to the goal, so I've leveled up my skin. Battle tested in silence, this is mindset to win. Built on brick by brick habits, forged in iron will. Watch me march into greatness, unrelenting and still. Mindset to win, steal your heart, lock it in, play the part. Every move ignites the spark. Mindset to win, lights the dark, push the limits, break the spin. One life, mindset to win. No fear when I step to the line. Confidence is king, calculated risk and grind. Make the determined sting. I measure progress daily, so the scoreboard never lies. Tracking wins and lessons learned beneath these open skies. Distractions tried to pull me through shackles at my feet. I shrugged them off in silence, kept my rhythm, kept my beat. Doubters talk in whispers, I respond with action loud. Fueled by quiet conviction, standing tall and proud. Not afraid to iterate, prototype my next move. Consistent steps compound until there's nothing I can't prove. I see the finish line, feel the rush before the race. Pace set by persistence, never slipping in this chase. The battlefield is mindset, I'm armored in belief. Each breath a declaration, victory is relief. Goals drawn on my spirit, etched into my skin. With each breath, each heartbeat. Mindset to win, mindset to win. Steal your heart, lock it in. Play the part. Every move ignites the spark. Mindset standing on the summit. Echoes in my chest, battled past the fear inside, put my endurance to the test, built a fortress from routines, habits hardened by the grind, turned ambition into action, left the old doubts behind. I'm the captain of my fate, charting courses no one's drawn, riding waves of perseverance, every dusk into dawn. Critics found me unrefined, I turned grit into gold, wrote my story on the track, never did what I was told. Now my legacy's in motion, carved by sweat and skin. Every milestone conquered is proof that I can win. I stand unshakable, purpose burning bright, guided by a fearless code. Never lose sight, from the trenches to the peaks. I own the journey spin, victory's an attitude, etched deep within. This anthem is my record, this beat my clarion call. Live relentless, breathe relentless, mindset to win. Steal your heart, lock it in, play the part. Every move ignites the spark, mindset to win. Lights the dark, push the limits, break the spin. One life, mindset to win. Win, win, mindset to win.
My journey towards success didn't truly start until I got the one thing I needed most, and that was the mindset to win. Without that, nothing is possible. Are you willing to do what's necessary to win?
All right, family, so I'm back, and man, that right there, the mindset to win. Having that mindset to win is something that is crucial. That's something that everybody needs. You have to have the mindset to win because there's going to be so many challenges in your online business journey. You're not going to get a yes the first probably 10 times, 20 times, 30. It could be 100 times before you actually get a yes from someone. And that could beat down a person's ambitions and, beat down their will. And you have to be fortified enough to stick and stay long enough in order to make this journey successful. Because it's not easy, but it is worth it. And the next thing I want to do is, I told you I was going to only play 3, right? So the next one was supposed to be the third one, but I'm feeling like, man, I I I I don't feel like ending this. I like to go above and beyond in everything that I do, and I believe that I got time. I got time. And if you have time, I want to share with you guys, you know, 2 more, well, I guess you would say a total of 3 more music videos, right? So I put in the work, right? I don't just do it for the camera. I do it because I enjoy it. I have a passion for it, and it's something that I feel like I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And as long as, the technology allows and nothing, externally, you know, messes things up, then we going to keep doing it. And the one thing that I talk about is building businesses that's built for longevity. I don't do side hustles. I don't do side hustles. A lot of people online, they talk about side hustles in a way like, you know, it's something that I'm just going to do temporarily. I'm just trying to make a quick buck, and then next month or whatever they on to something else. No. This is something that's, you know, I see myself doing for years and years and years. Now, the skill set is something that's universal. That's something that you can apply to just about anything that you want. So you can diversify your businesses as you go on throughout time. Foundational skills are universal. Those are the things that you're going to need forever. So that's what I like to provide, the skills and the tools needed because you want your business, whatever it is, hey, you could be making music today, you can be selling art tomorrow, you can be creating your own physical product or digital products, but you're going to need a few essential tools that's going to help you basically promote those tools, display those tools. Kind of like in the real world, you need your storefront. Whatever you sell in your store, you can change that out, but you need your physical storefront so that you have a place to sell that stuff out of. So online, it's the same thing. We provide you with the tools that will allow you to be able to set up whatever type of storefront you want, and that's within our amazing system. So that's what you want to be able to get access to. Now, the next video that I want to play, I'm trying to think what order I want to play it in, but I think I know. Since I'm looking outside and I see the sun out and the nice weather and everything, I'm gonna, we're gonna go back and forth, right? So we had Hustleberry, then we had Hustle Bear, and we're gonna go back with another Hustleberry video. And this one right here is called Vacation Proof. It's one of my latest videos, right? So not the last one, but one of the latest ones where I combine a couple of elements. So we use AI technology, and we also use creative, um, uh, royalty-free content, right? So with that, I combine the two because just because new technology comes out and this, that, and the third, people often want to forget about what brought them to the table, what's still been consistent and constant. No, that's like what we call shiny object syndrome. One thing comes out and then you act like the old stuff isn't good enough. That's a topic for a whole nother discussion. That goes back to, that conversation could get deep. Some people might know where I'm about to get at with that without me even saying it. Sometimes, the things that you had amongst yourselves was good enough until somebody said, hey, you can be part of this. And then, people jump ship, but we're going to leave that alone. But we're going to play this next song and video on a high note, on a upbeat. It's Hustleberry's Vacation Proof song. And this song right here is actually featured on the Welcome to the Hustleverse album. So the album of the year for 2026, right? So let's get to it.
Stay true, same way to work, gon' work for you. No fake dreams, no flashy proof, just solid ground and a clearer view. What I teach don't fade when you step away. What I build with you, vacation proof. They sell beaches like it's freedom in the frame. Stock photo champagne, somebody else's name. But I've been on sand where the phone still ring. Bills don't pause just cause ocean waves sing. So I stopped selling pictures, started selling truth. If it can't last offline, it ain't bulletproof. I won't tell you life gon' change overnight, but I'll show you skills that compound with time. I can't promise ease, I can't promise tools. Ones that work at home or staring at views. I can't promise effort gon' sharpen your aim, and clarity gon' put respect on your name. Sun come up whether you hustle or not. Sun go down whether the posts go high. So I build something steady, simple and true. Not hype-based living, but vacant. I won't promise millions falling out the blue, but I promise sky gon' still turn new. Sunrise faithful, sun stay true. Same way to work gon' work for you. No fake dreams, no flashy proof, just solid ground and a clearer view. What I teach don't fade when you step away. What I build with you, vacation proof. I seen folks sell freedom they never use. Always one call away from losing the groove. If you gotta babysit every result, That ain't freedom, that's a fragile fall. So I talk about systems, not fantasies. About habits that don't panic when you leave. I won't tell you set it and forget, but I'll teach you foundations that don't reset. Real tools, real skill, real repetition. That's how pressure turns into position. I don't sell escape, I sell understanding. So your income ain't based on constant demanding. Hit the beach, got Wi-Fi, cool, check the view. But if it don't, you still gon' make it through. That's peace, not just a backdrop cue. That's how you know it's vacation proof. I can't promise perfection or a stress-free life, but I can promise growth if you show up right. I can't promise riches without no work, but I can promise truth before I promise perk. I don't flex with captions, I flex with calm. Knowing things move even when I'm gone. I don't chase urgency, I teach direction. So effort turn into connection. You don't need a jet to feel alive. You need a plan that don't collapse with time. I want you confident without my voice. Able to move smart with your own choice. That's why I teach the why, not just the link. Teach you how to fish, not just what I think. If the only promise is trust me, friend, and the trust gon' break when the trend gon' end. So I anchor dreams and what I know is true. Sun gon' rise, sun gon' set, tools gon' work if you do. It's freedom rooted, not something you chase. It travels with you to every place. I won't promise millions falling out the blue, but I promise this sky gon' still turn new. Sunrise faithful, sun stay true. Same way to work gon' work for you. No fake dreams, no flashy proof. Just solid ground and a clearer view. What I teach don't fade when you step away. What we build together, vacation proof, vacation proof.
All right, family. So I'm back, and yeah, that right there, vacation proof. So a lot of people want to take a nice vacation this summer, and I think right now is the best time to get started planning that vacation. I want you to take time to write down your goals, your goal, your financial goal. Maybe you might want to take a vacation. I want you to write down how much is it going to take for you to be able to afford that vacation. Is it a $2,500 vacation, a $5,000 vacation, $10,000 vacation? I want you to write that goal down. How much will it take for you to be able to go on that vacation? Write it down, and I want you to start thinking about how you can actually, work towards that goal. Now, within our amazing system, we have ways for you to actually work towards your goals. We have income streams that you can take part in that will allow you to earn passive income, meaning income that comes on a monthly basis. You can promote our high ticket products that'll allow you to, earn $1,000 commissions on certain products or even more. So that would require you to not have to sell as much, or we don't sell here. We provide value. We share valuable tools and information with people that would benefit from those tools. So if they're looking for something, why not get it from you? That's what we do. We provide solutions to people that are looking for solutions to their problems. And some solutions, it costs more than others. And that's just a fact of life. So I want you to start writing down your goals and what it is that you want to achieve from a financial standpoint. And let's talk about it and how you can actually get there. So the next video that I want to play is actually from the Welcome to the Hustleverse album of the year, right? And I would call this one of the title tracks, because it's titled itself. The title of this song is Welcome to the Hustleverse. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And after this song here, I've kept you guys for what, 2 hours and 42 minutes so far. I appreciate you spending your time with me. For the people that actually showed up, for the people that catching it on a replay. This is like one of those, concert events, 2 hours, 3 hours long, where you're provided edutainment, something that you won't receive anywhere else. I guarantee it. I dare somebody else to say, hey, I found something else somewhere else, and they did the same thing you did. Please. I doubt that. I doubt that. I haven't found it. Not to say it's not out there. Let me not say that. Let me not be too petty. But you haven't seen it anywhere else. And if you say you did, once again, I know you a certain type of liar, making up stuff. But let's get to this Welcome to the Hustleverse official music video. And then we're going to close out the live like we always close out our lives, even in the private group. Right? So let me pull up the Welcome to the Hustleverse official music video.
Yeah. Welcome to the Hustleverse, with dreams spark like stars. We gon' light up the dark. If you're feeling the grind, know you're playing your part. Staying tall in this maze, every beat is a heart.
Welcome to the Hustleverse, where dreams collide. Feel the fire in your soul, let ambition be a guide. Winners never stop, they rise and thrive. In this Hustleverse, we come alive.
Step into the game, it's more than just a phase. Concrete jungle vibes, yeah, we sculpting our ways. Counting every struggle like a chef with his blade. Chasing after visions, no time for charades. Late nights, bright lights, putting hours we grind. Ain't no shortcut to greatness, gotta sharpen your mind. Building castles from the dirt, watch my empire unwind. Each step, each loss is a lesson aligned. Got my team by my side, loyalty's a must. Family over everything, in the ground we trust. Stacking up the wins, watch the haters combust. We painting our future, every whisper of gust. Through the pain, through the struggle, we hustle and flow. Every setback's a setup for the bigger show. Dreamers turn to doers, let the real ones know. In this Hustleverse, it's our time to glow.
Welcome to the Hustleverse, where dreams collide. Feel the fire in your soul, let ambition be a guide. We rise from the grind together, side by side. In this Hustleverse, we come alive.
Remember the days we was broke, had a dream. Chasing visions, putting word like a laser beam. Now we stacking up the wins, pitching to the team. Got that vision in our sights, we gon' reign supreme. Every doubt, every struggle's produced by design. Turn the pain into power and claiming what's mine. Manifest the essence, let the stars align. In this Hustleverse, yeah, the world will be mine. Never backing down, I'm the lion in this den. Counting blessings while I hustle, let the grind begin again. With my heart on my sleeve and a fire in my pen. I'm a soldier in this game, every loss a close friend. Crafting legacies, buzzing through the confines. My spirit never breaks, I'm the one that defines. Brick by brick, I'm building out these lifelines. In this Hustleverse, together we rise and shine.
Now we stand on top, looking back at the past. All the sleepless nights, yeah, they molded my path. On the wall within me, you can feel the aftermath. In this Hustleverse, baby, we just do the math. Counting every blessing like I'm adding up scores. Broke down the doors, now we kicking in floors. Dreams to reality, now we living for more. In this Hustleverse, yeah, we're ready to soar. They say the sky's the limit, we're breaking up charts. From the bottom to the top,
hustleverse of dreams, they're built to last. Keep your vision clear, let the shadows be cast. Together we rise, hold on tight, cause we're set
for the hustleverse, where dreams collide. Feel the fire in your soul, let ambition be your guide. Together we elevate, reaching for the sky. In this hustleverse, forever we rise high.
Yeah, this is for the dreamers, for the ones who believe in the hustleverse. Together building what we need. With every step forward, we're planting a seed. Welcome to the hustleverse, it's more than a creed. Keep hustling, keep grinding, let the world hear you. Together we create, our spirits breaking through. In the hustleverse, baby, we always stay true. Welcome to the hustleverse.
Welcome to the hustleverse.
Okay, family. So, yeah, all I could say is welcome to the Hustleverse. So, hopefully, you've enjoyed today's live. I made sure that I made it public on my personal profile. The replay will be available. You know, Facebook keeps up the lives for the 30 days, right? And then it disappears. I'm also multi-streaming, multicasting to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, definitely want to thank you for your time and being here and showing up, you know. And you know, we continue to move forward. So we achieve a goal, and now we move forward to the next goal. My goal is to help as many people as possible. I don't want to set a number amount, but I want to say that, you know, at a minimum, I want to help 100 people who would like to start on a journey where they are forever learning, forever growing, forever, you know, made me think of what Rick Ross said, rich forever. So rich forever, not just financially, but in overall spirit, and being able to, you know, have something that they are inspired and motivated to wake up to each and every day. Because that's one of the major areas of wealth that people don't focus on, and that's joy. Having enjoyment in a life, having that, you know, that spirit that makes them want to be alive. A lot of people die just because, you know, they don't have nothing to look forward to. Their inner soul, their spirit is just like, you know, gone. And it's because they looking and they're like, man, this is all I have to look forward to. So some people, they their goals is bigger than financial. Some people just want to be able to live. And that's deep. Some people just want to be able to be part of a community that they that looks forward to seeing them, hearing them, having them show up. There's a lot of people like that. And we want to be able to provide that type of feeling, that type of wealth for as many people as possible. Community. Community is one of those keys to successes that people don't really talk enough about. And it's one of those major keys that helps unlock all of the other aspects of wealth. They say if you put yourself around successful people, if you put yourself around 5 successful people, then eventually you should become the 6th successful person. Energy transfers. Energy never dies, right? So energy transfers. So I want to transfer this positive energy to you, your family, your friends, and whoever else that you want to share this with. And I want you to have something to look at today and say, you know, I'd feel proud to share this with somebody. I wouldn't feel ashamed to share this with somebody. I know there's some people that would benefit from this, some people that would enjoy this, some people that, you know, could see themselves being in this environment. So hopefully you're inspired and you're looking forward to joining the Hustleverse. So we're gonna end this live with one last music video, and it's the closer that I use for all of my lives, and it's once again from our hero Miss Hustleberry. And the name of this particular song right here is 10 Minutes to Legacy. Hustleberry's 10 Minutes to Legacy. And this is a deep one also, because it speaks to the mindset of, you know, people that, you know, out here trying to make it. Some people, you know, you may have a hard time getting up. You want to hit that alarm clock, you want to hit that snooze, and, you know, but you got to do what you got to do. And some people, you wake up before the alarm clock goes off because you know that you're about to take part in something exciting, something that's worth your time, energy, effort, and investment. And you know, you wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about it, thinking about what else can you do, what else can you bring to the table. If you like me, a lot of times at night I wake up in the middle of the night and I think about the value that I want to bring to my community. It make me want to get up and, you know, get to work and start doing some stuff. But then I think, man, I gotta go live at 9 a.m. If I get up right now at 3 in the morning and I stay up, I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna take a nap or whatever, and all this kind of stuff. And so I don't want to miss out on being able to do that. So a lot of times my passion, it wakes me, and I have to quiet it. I have to put it back to sleep. I have to force myself to go back to sleep just so that I can be up when I'm scheduled, when I have my schedule to be up to you know, go live. That's a that's a special type of situation to be in. I want you guys to be able to experience that. I want you to, you know, have to force yourself to, you know, stop putting in that work. I want you to be resistant to it, to be like, man, I one more thing, one more song. I just got to make one more song. I just got to create one more post. I just got to see one more thing. I want you to have that feeling that only a few people ever get to experience. Because the majority of people online, they're doing things that they have no passion for, that just feels like they have to do it in order to make things work. And it still end up not working. So like E.T. Eric Thomas said, going through the pain, why not get a reward for it? And this is your reward, being able to take part in something fun, creative, and exciting. So thanks again for your time. I'm gonna play that song, Fade to the Back, and hopefully I will see you guys inside the Hustleverse.
Woke up to silence, dreams still heavy. Phone screen dry, but my vision stays steady. Mama said, baby, that job ain't your lane. But I clocked in anyway, chasing someone else's game. That got me dancing with denial at night. Scrolling for hope, but it's hidden from sight. 10 minutes a day, sounded small at first, but in silence even whispers can't quench a thirst. Notebook in hand, wrote my future in ink. Mapped out my mission before I started to sink. Every post was a prayer, every share had weight. I wasn't selling a link, I was shifting fate. I found my rhythm in the quietest place, where hustle meant healing and grind meant grace. From the corner of doubt, I carved my space. Legacy ain't loud, but it wins the race. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. People laugh, said she doing too much. Till my PayPal pinged and they changed up the touch. No big brand, no six-figure crew, just a mic, some lyrics, and a dream that grew. Tired of waiting for the gatekeeper's call, so I built my own stage, held my own hall. Suno on deck, that's the beat in my chest. GPT spitting like I'm born to impress. Said I'd never make it, cool, noted. But now my bars turn pain into coated. From broken to branded, I ain't asked for fame, I asked for freedom and I claim my name now. Hustle berry on loop like healing chance, for the girls who grew up with limited chance. This is more than a challenge, it's breaking the chain. Cause 10 minutes a day rewired my brain. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. Now my daughter sees me different, eyes full of fire. She said, Ma, your words lift me higher. This ain't a hustle, this a heart-led path, where math meets message and message meets math. Community over clicks, value over hype. I ain't here to trend, I'm here to type. Blueprints for the ones still stuck in fear. Let them borrow my belief till their purpose clear. Haters still quiet, but I'm loud with grace. Posting in peace, not a mask on my face. Every bar I drop, every beat I ride, I'm freeing the ones with the pain they hide. 10 minutes ain't much, but it changed my name. Turned struggle into strength,